Really bad news for Donald Trump. It has been unearthed from a 1990 interview with his former wife, Ivana, that Donald Trump allegedly kept a book of Hitler speeches on his nightstand. I mean, Lewis, you cannot write this stuff. He's had trouble recently over his views on race and immigration and Hispanic Americans and so on and so forth. And Ivana Trump indicated that from time to time, Donald Trump read Hitler's collected speeches. Trump is of German ancestry. He told Vanity Fair at the time that his friend, who is Jewish, gave him the book. The friend in question confirmed he did give Donald Trump the book of collected Hitler speeches, but clarified he's not actually Jewish. Because as we know, Lewis, if a Jew gives you a book of Hitler speeches, it is completely beyond reproach.
Yeah. Well, look, this is a little bit scary, but if I were to hear that someone in Donald Trump's position, a powerful businessman, an aspiring politician, were reading he was reading Hitler's speeches, I wouldn't think too much of it, honestly. I mean, Hitler is a fascinating character. He achieved incredible things, and he was a great orator. And
Yeah,
that's
but
important.
that's Lewis. It's funny that you're saying this because there's this thing that is done sometimes. There's this contingent in the Republican Party that loves to say stuff like, listen, killing 6 billion Jews is bad, right? Exterminating people based on their Jewish faith or culture or ethnicity, that's bad. But Hitler was a really good leader and speaker, and we should admire him for the way in which he was able to sort of coalesce anti-Jewish sentiment. It's bad to kill Jews, right? We don't like that. But, he was really somebody we could take some lessons from with regard to how to run a business. It's just so insane.
Okay, it's above all else, he was a great orator, and Trump needs to be that. Now, when you factor in all the immigration stuff that Trump has been talking about and the
Yeah.
way he talks about immigrants and Hispanics in this country, okay, then it starts to get a little scary and a little crazy.
Well, also the Trump's reaction, which is where he eventually backpedaled and said, listen, if I had the Hitler speeches on my nightstand, I didn't read them. They were, I guess they're more as a sort of coffee table book of sorts, where it's just like, it's a piece, it's an artistic piece that I keep on my nightstand. I would never read the Hitler speeches. I just keep them on my nightstand. This is just, one thing after another for Donald Trump. At the same time, Trump's daughter, Ivanka Trump, converted to Judaism, and Trump's grandkids will be Jewish. So this isn't necessarily about Donald Trump personally hating Jews, although he has made some sort of off-color comments. But it's just sort of the bizarre nature of everything surrounding Donald Trump.
Yeah, and it's not going to bode well for Donald Trump to have ex-wives and so many enemies. Perhaps we will see more skeletons coming out of the closet.
Rush Limbaugh, we've never really heard from his former wives, and I'm wondering if he had some sort of legal instrument in place to prevent them from coming out and saying stuff, because this is not good for Donald Trump at all. Apparently, Trump not smart enough to get the proper legal documents in place.
Well, Rush never running for office.
Yes.
If Rush were running for president, perhaps he would need to be dishing out the cash to keep people silent.
Maybe so. All right. After the break, we will talk to Jamie Walton, a victim of domestic minor sex trafficking in the United States. This is a real thing domestically. We'll talk about that next.